like Miami. Miami, 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 Miami. It feels like Miami.
Welcome to the Miami Heat Beat Postgame Show. I'm your host, Giancarlo Navas. And with me today, welcome back, second night in a row, Kyle Scarlett. Hey, man. Come on. Why are you acting surprised?
Not surprised. Annoyed.
Why? Come on. Let's be real. Let's be real. Also joining us today, welcome back, Kay. What's up, my man? How we doing? Happy Sunday.
Hey man, happy Sunday, I guess. How we doing?
I'm not doing good because my Jags lost. My Jags lost a heartbreaker against the Bills.
No, you gotta allow me to I have to be the one to remind you throughout the show that your Jags lost to make me feel better about the fact that the Miami Heat played like dog shit 2 nights in a row against the worst team in the league and the best team in the league. I have nowhere to go.
It was really at halftime. I felt pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, chat. You guys, I'm not gonna lie. I went to halftime, and I took a halftime shower, and I'm in the shower, and I'm thinking, are we gonna have a fun show today? Are we gonna have? And perhaps that's my fault. Perhaps I'm wrong for that.
You watched it off though. That's what the problem was.
Watched it up.
You watched it off.
I watched it up. And I was thinking, hey, man, we might have a fun show. We might be able to make fun of the Thunder, SGA, make fun of all 3 buildings in Oklahoma City, one of which does, I'm not even gonna make that joke.
Wow.
Wow.
I
didn't do it.
It must be me, bro. Because every time, I just feel like every time I'm in, you say some stuff that's like, I didn't do it. Been like a month and a half. Don't get canceled, please. I
didn't do it. Shout out to Jay for the super chats. Let's talk about our captain. Oh, we're gonna get to him. But boys, I thought we were looking good. I thought the defensive effort was good. I thought they were fucking fighting. I thought I was like, damn, Tyler's having some tough finishes over some good defenders. And that third quarter hits. And I sit down on that sofa. Listen, I gotta lie, Kyle, and I had a bad feeling as soon as the third quarter started. They missed some threes, and I'm thinking, oh no, they're not gonna hit a single three, are they? And when that happens, they just overly shoot threes, and they can't get to the basket. They get nothing. These long rebounds come, and all of a sudden, these motherfuckers on the other team start running and pumping it, and Miami can't get anything. They're overpassing. They're turning the ball over. They're trying to do things that they shouldn't do. They're not playing within their zone. And the Thunder they better team them. They lock in and they run away to never be seen again.
I think my frustration is the 23 turnovers. And they had
in the second half.
Mind you, the Heat scored a donut on second chance points. No fucking way. No second chance points.
No way. Hold on.
0.
I gotta find this.
0. So if that just encapsulates the lack of effort, like the way that the Heat played tonight, you would swear they're the team that's leading the NBA with the record, and they haven't lost more than 7. No hustle at all. Like they went in the locker room and again seemed like the Monstars stole their damn talent, because I don't know what was happening. Then not only did they just decide to give points up, but they couldn't get a damn rebound. I'm like, dude, you get paid to put the board and put your hands on the ball. Find the ball. Oh my God, it pissed me off because I was like, there's no reason for you not to rebound. It's literally your job. You get paid to rebound. Everybody gets paid to rebound. Not just Bam, not just Ware, the whole team. Nope.
Where
Nope.
did you want to guess how many rebounds Ware had today?
Probably 8.
K. You gonna guess 5?
4.
4.
My bad. My mic was off. 4.
1.
Excuse me?
I knew it wasn't much.
Khalil Ware had 1 rebound today. Tyler had 2.
Man.
Put these boys in a pack. Put them in a pack. They got smoked. I don't understand how you play the worst team and get spanked.
Hold on, wait. Kyle, you say Ware had 1 rebound in garbage time. Shout out to Ware. Shout out to CM201 for the super chat. Love and appreciate you. Said missed the first half because I was asleep here in Australia. Damn, you're in Australia? That's badass, dude.
No, you're tough, bro.
Damn, that's awesome. The fact that you are more committed to the Heat than the fucking Heat are. I didn't even know you were in Australia. That's fucking awesome. He goes, but we're only getting 60 minutes. I see the 1 rebound, but I mean, you can't play him more than that. Listen, I agree because we don't know how I feel about this season. This is about playing the young guys. That says Australia rise up. Australians rise up. Listen, I will be there for an Australian Open before I die. You mark my words. But yeah, I don't disagree with him at all about where we'll get into him later. Kay, fucking like Kyle's saying all this. I mean, it was just such an embarrassing second half. They score 20. They somehow score 26 in the third quarter because they kind of came alive in the last 2 minutes. But they were like at 17 in the quarter for a while. And their defense really is what let them. I mean, 30. They allowed 39 points in the third quarter. That's where they lost the game. I mean, they lost the fourth quarter 27-31. That's fine, whatever. But I mean, you lose by 13 points in the third quarter. I mean, they won. You know what I mean? Like it's just untenable.
So in that particular moment, you guys speak towards the effort. And I'm glad you said we was gonna get to Ware because I was gonna step all over that. But that it's one problem that you're seeing manifest itself in a lot of ways. Like, so if everybody's not gonna play with effort, then you got to do the thing that brought you there that kind of fostered that effort. But I mean, I see that as being a consistency thing overall and to a man-to-man perspective. I knew in that first half, okay, what we saw, it's always can we get this consistent effort from half to half, from quarter to quarter, from game to game. And in that third quarter late, I think it was a Cason Wallace steal on if you're looking at your TV, it would have been the far side wing. And it's like he stole the ball. Him and another Thunder player are fighting each other for the ball on the ground. You got Bam and Nico just sitting there looking at it. And I'm like, yo, like the ball is rolling around on the floor for 2 seconds and they're both just standing there. But that's those small effort things from play to play, from game to game, from quarter to quarter, that's always going to get them beat. But if you have a issue, I'll say this and not to go too far, but if you have an issue rebounding, which they clearly do, then you don't not play arguably, one of the best rebounding duos in the league.
Yeah, but one of those guys had 1 rebound today.
But that's the problem, though. Obviously, he doesn't play the same when he's not in there with and look, you got to deal with that. But if rebounding is a deficiency and you constantly getting your ass kicked, which is leading to, second chance points and 3 and 4 opportunities to get a bucket from the opposing team on a consistent basis, then you got to bite the bullet. And I'm not saying what that means. This isn't about any other guy or who should be. This ain't about that. What this is about is, you can't have that there and not maximize it, especially when it's a deficiency. And if anybody's going to be on the floor and not put in effort anyway, hell, you might as well go with the thing that seems to at least be somewhat working because nothing else is. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, and again, like Bam, Bam got his on the boards and fought at 14. Didn't do anything else. Did nothing else. I think it's tough because I think that like when they play their 2 bigs, we've talked about how bad the lineups look. Mm-hmm. I do think they got to figure that out. I do. I don't disagree with you, but I understand them coming into Oklahoma City and being like, I need to like play my best lineup to win. And I thought for a half that looked good, but I just think that they don't have enough to, and especially without Powell. And I'm not here to make excuses for them because, like, at the end of the day, like, what was it? A 39? They allowed almost 40 points in a quarter, and they had 21 turnovers, most of them in the second half. Like, a lot of that self-inflicted, and a lot of that is not having the discipline. For such a well-coached team, they don't have the discipline. What you got?
Well, I mean, not to cut you off, bro. I think they had 8 or 9 I think they had 8 or 9 turnovers in the first half too. You think they just said they finished with 23, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that split is a little bit more in the second half, but it ain't that big in the grand scheme of things to me.
Yeah, but you survived the ones in the first half. I mean, and the first half, like at least you're getting, you know what I mean? Like, okay, like we're shooting the ball well, and you're like, okay, this might be a little bit of a dangerous pass, but I'm hot, we're hot. Like, that's a risk I'm willing to take. And it, in the first half, like I said, it paid off.
Right. And I guess what I'm saying is I was going to get to the fact, I'm not saying start the double big lineup, but what I'm saying is in the third quarter where you're getting outscored, where you're losing that quarter by 16 and getting outscored, and the differential is flipping by 13 from the second quarter to the third quarter, then you have to try that double big lineup, especially considering the fact that you gave up 9 to 12 points off threes, off second chance opportunities that were really third and fourth chance opportunities.
And a lot of that I agree, and a lot of those were, I thought, bad threes because I mean you're not shooting well, right? So the first half too, I thought the Thunder did a way better job of not over rotating. And in that first half, they were rotating a bad shooter sometimes. Like they would rotate to Bam open. And I thought that kind of largely stopped in the second half. Right. And when that happens, you stay home on the good shooters. So when they do that swing, it's an easier rotation. And I thought Miami was caught a little bit with their pants down there. So, and then they're kind of taking earlier threes, and then the Thunder are kind of sitting on that. So that's why I say like a little bit they got better teamed because, like, I don't know. I think we've all either played basketball or competed or done anything. When you're losing to somebody that's worse than you, you're like, I got this. This is doable. I'll get this fixed, right? And then you kind of lock in, and you better team them, you better player them, and I just feel like that happened. And then Miami had no answers. Miami is not, for such a good coach, the players are not. And Spo's done a lot of great coaching in the playoffs and stuff, so I'm not going to put this on him, but they're not problem solvers. Like, they're not in-game problem solvers. And they don't have the talent to give them options to problem solve. And SGA, I thought they did a really good job of SGA in the first half. Third quarter, he went fucking bananas. They don't have any size. They don't have anything. They just had no answers. And they don't get to dictate the terms of engagement, to borrow a phrase from Zach Lowe. They are kind of at the, they're at the whimsy of their opponent.
I mean, I think my issue. So to go to the talent point, you don't have, and this is what pissed me off about the starting line. Even just looking at the starting lineup, you're not talented enough to match up with the team. Play what's your advantage. Like, if it was me, starting lineup
they did though. I'm going to defend them. I thought they did. I thought they shot a lot of threes and they switched a lot and they tried to do the things that you do when you're overmatched.
Well, let me answer the question of what advantage. You have Nico, you have Bam, and you have Ware. At the very least, you don't match up with them. You force them to make adjustments because they're the champions. They're the ones who won something. So you need to play with size. You're going to switch. You're going to have Davion and Tyler out there. Then you put some size out there, and you all kind of stagger the minutes so that each of the three players that you start with have minutes with other guys on the floor. To me, this like it when Shea went on that little run and they cut it. I think they were up 2. They came out of there and they came back out small. No, don't do that. No, that's not working. Make a different rotation. Pick something else. Play your damn rookie who's 6'6". Maybe take Davion out and play him with the second lineup, like the bench lineup. Like, do something different. You don't have anything to lose. You're not a championship contender. Stop playing like you are one. There's no set rotation. Play your guys. Damn it. It pissed me off. They just played like everything's set in stone and they've got a system. The system's not working, Spo. It's not working. You got kicked in the ass yesterday. There's no pride to have. You got smacked. Then you play the champs and you act like you should have more. No, if it's not working, make a different adjustment. And I think that's my problem with tonight. Like, they didn't make the proper adjustments that were necessary. They didn't clean up the turnovers. They didn't try to disturb them and make them uncomfortable. Now, some of that has to do with the foul calls, which I'm not going to dive too much into. You can't be.
Oh, we're gonna get into some of that.
You can't be as physical with the Thunder as the Thunder are with you, honestly. And I just winnable game that just didn't have the right adjustments, in my opinion.
Shout out to Jay for the super chat. I say you sacrificed Kyle's Barber for AJ Dynasta.
I'm confused.
Who is
I'm wearing a headband.
Who is Dynasta?
The Bonster.
He plays for.
Yeah, he's the freshman that played for BYU.
I'm Google. See, I don't know college basketball. See, you guys should know. I don't know college basketball. Okay, is he good?
Oh, he's
probably gonna be the number one pick.
Let me tell you something.
Oh, this young man 6'8"
on this roster. I
young man 6'8"
get him. Man. There's not one person.
Gee, why you light up like that? This young man 6'8".
We don't got guys like that.
I will trade
anybody
on
your barber.
Roster.
That's not your barber.
What barber? I stopped paying $45-$50 years ago.
Are you your barber? Are you your barber?
Hair.
Sounds like you got to go.
No, there's nothing to fix. I have locks. What barber? Yo, you don't live here.
Oh man,
I do.
Just this phone needs Dr. Jeffrey Epstein and some rest. That's fucked up.
He's starting to grow that.
Hey man, I'm there too, bro. I'm there too. That's why I'm seeing Dr. Epstein. I'm there too.
Spo starting to grow that.
Hey man, if you had to coach this team year in and year out,
that's what I'm saying.
Dr. Jeffrey Epstein too.
That's what I'm saying.
It's no wonder he's not full-fledged baldy yet.
Bro, Tyler has a rib and a toe injury every day, and that man has to fucking deal with this shit day to day.
He's tender.
Oh,
I've never seen such a tender. He pisses me off too.
Hold on, I want to go back to Kat's comment. Listen, Kat, you're a wonderful person. You don't know what it's like as a man to bald. It's the one thing that we have that's just it's bad, you know. It's bad. And you don't know what it's like. You don't know the feeling of helplessness. You don't know that you crawl to Dr. Epstein. Epstein, please help me.
Don't know. I can imagine G now. Wait until it happens to you, man.
Wait until it happens to you. I'm telling you, man. You think that's nice?
It's a lonely road.
You think when they take a picture from the back and they see the ball spot, you're just like, that's me? You know what it's like to edit your own pictures in Lightroom to fill in your hair? Do you know what that's like?
You ever pull one of these? You be
all the time, dog. All the time. Started wearing hats for that reason.
I'm sorry. This is a birthmark, people.
I use
birthmark, by the way, so I just to suggest.
I like edit my pictures to fill in the missing hair because you can see it some angles,
brother.
It's over.
You gotta get you some of that hair pepper, man. You know that you know that beige. Is that the stuff that come in the
biotin? He needs some biotin.
I'll fucking do anything.
Hey, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. That I don't mean to get nobody no paid advertisement, but that Beyonce that drop that worked. That really worked.
Say something, man. Kat says,
I'll send you the link.
My mom losing her hair, my double jeans might not save me. Maybe I'll need Epstein one day too. Sometimes a visit from Jeffrey Epstein's all you need. Chat says, take a trip to Turkey, G. I'm going to the island. I don't need that. I got my guy.
Oh, so you've already researched.
I'm waiting on the consultation. I just losing
Okay.
some weight. I've
Okay.
lost like 15 pounds. I just want to lose more
Hold
weight.
on, hold on.
Yeah,
Shout
so
out to
I don't
Wait,
shed.
You gotta lose weight to get hair.
No. Hold on, wait.
It's
It's because when you lose a lot of weight, you shed your hair, right? So I can't be shedding when they do the transplant. So I gotta get that. I gotta lose weight now. Chat, if you want to know something, apparently I have swelling in my eye nerves caused by being overweight, and I gotta lose weight or I'm gonna go blind. So
I ain't gonna lie, G, that turned really dark really quickly.
well, no, it's okay because I'm losing. I lost.
got dark really,
I'm
really
losing the weight. I'm fucking running. I run a 5K like every day.
I can understand that, Kyle, because like when he first told me, I was like, gee, I just met you like 2 days ago. I didn't know if what I'm saying, you wanted to hit me with that one all of a sudden. The fatter
what we y'all
Listen, chat, we're medical shit. Listen, I'd love to be blind. I would have missed that third quarter.
Hey, brother, you saw the game. That's what we on about.
listen.
He's like, damn, this got G opening up.
We coping.
Chat goes, damn, this got G opening up and shit.
Listen, 0 second chance points. Is that what you'd like to talk about?
I wouldn't like to
second
see
chance
that.
Points?
There's a world I never have to again.
I'm muting myself.
Come on. Bryce Rivera goes, hey, call him G. Nice to meet you. I might die. I don't need eye surgery, chat. I don't need eye surgery. The doctor just told me to hit the gym. I hit the gym, and I'm doing it. I got done.
Hey, where's the GI surgery? Go fund me. Did you see that one?
I did. That's what I was like. I don't need eye surgery yet. I'm good. And it's good news. I don't have a brain tumor. Although some of my takes may make you think that, but they ruled out brain tumors, and they're just like, homeboy, you just gotta lose some weight.
G, I stand corrected, but it's not any better. They were out rebounded. The second chance point disparity is 26-1. 26-1.
They're bad, man. They're not good. Chat says this is just G's guilt tripping subscribers. He's here for that money. As a matter of fact, I am.
Run it up.
As a matter of fact, Outback Thesis on Twitch, Polterghostum, Thundercat 305, Carlos. I can't read the rest of your name. Amazon Prime, baby. Prime sub. Like and subscribe, chat. Exclamation point Prime in Twitch chat. Come on. Chat says CM 201 single-handedly fund G's transplant. Shout out to Dr. Epstein. So coming back to basketball, let's reel it in. As chat says, the lunch lady arms aren't gonna get my money, G. I want her to wear a tank top today. I want her to be different. I don't know. I try to try to mix up my outfits.
Chat body shaming.
Damn,
Relax.
bro. No, they're good. They're good. They're allowed. They could say it. Oh.
God. Damn, are the Heat that bad? We're body shaming.
I'm not. Listen. The Heat body shame a lot of people. Hey, shout out to Thundercat 305 for the sub on Twitch. She says it's a shaming that worked. I subbed. We love to see it. Listen, the Heat certainly body shame people. Listen, they've body shamed James Johnson. They body shame. I mean, you've heard the Dwayne Wade story. Dwayne Wade comes back and Pat Riley calls him and said, "You've had your last pancakes."
Yeah. I've definitely heard that one.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean,
you imagine you're the greatest. You're probably the most loved person in the history of Miami. I think he has a good case. He's the most loved person in the history of Miami. And somebody calls him and says, "You've had your last fucking pancake, big guy." Fucked up. That's
Mind you, he probably wasn't over 10% body fat anywhere near.
Jack goes, "I know one thing, it ain't Bam."
That's crazy.
Great transition.
That's crazy.
Great transition. I want to talk about something because I put in I texted Alf and I go, I feel bad for Bam. Bam had missed like 7 fucking hook shot layups, whatever the fuck was going on there. And I go, I feel bad for him. And Alf goes, why are we treating? He goes, why are you treating him like a Make-A-Wish kid?
He's gonna have to make a wish to make a layup.
In the arms of the Lord. Like Jesus, man.
You're gonna have to
Oh,
make a wish
man.
to make a layup. The touch is not
Jesus.
there.
Oh my
It's
god.
It's missing.
Somebody
That's
need to
fucked up.
like create one of those campaigns, man. Send $10 a month to adopt Bam's hook shot. I don't know. I don't know, bro.
Get Sarah
Turn
McLachlan
around,
on the
hook
commercials.
shots, layups.
All right, Omar, you have a homework assignment. Omar, you know what you got to do. We got to do the infomercial. We got to do the infomercial.
We gotta put.
Jeez
You know what?
Louise.
He's gotta put Bam's. He gotta put Bam's jump shot, Bam's hook shot on a missing poster. Have you seen?
Put that shit
It's
on,
sad,
bro.
bro.
Have you
It's
seen his
sad.
offense?
Put that shit
And,
on.
like,
Put that shit on a carton of almond milk.
I gotta imagine he's really hurt though, bro. Because like there even some
That
things
back.
on defense. I mean, he's getting blown by. And it's happened multiple games, not just against the Thunder or against the Pacers. It's happened in the previous couple of games too. And I mean, he's getting blown by big guys. He's getting blown by little guys. It's just not stuff I'm used to seeing from Bam. I don't know, man.
Chad is talking
Chad's
about
like,
him.
Gee,
needing
why
to
you wearing a tank top? Damn,
No, they on you. They on
damn,
you.
they're on me, bro. It was
They're
either
saying-
this.
okay.
It was either this or my Young Jeezy shirt, and I wore the Young Jeezy shirt.
Okay. You know
So
what?
I wore this. I wore
Okay,
the
he
tank top.
said Young Jeezy. I'm
my
not
guy,
letting
bro.
it slide.
you-
I'm not
I-
letting it slide.
Dude, let
Bam
me
is
tell
no,
you,
man.
I felt so embarrassed because that's like my favorite artist, my favorite musician, and I was at the
Oh, so
concert
you
and
really?
no, like, dude, Thug Motivation 101. I know all, like, I'm there. I know every, like, I felt weird because I know every word to every song on that album, and I'm like the only person in my section.
No.
I don't say every word. I know every word. I know them, but I don't say all of them. I'm careful. I grew up with Jamaicans. I'm careful.
Right, man. You funny, dog.
And I felt nervous buying the shirt. I was like, is it lame to buy a rap artist shirt? I was like, I didn't see anybody else doing it. I was like, but
bro.
I wanted it. But I bought two. This is a move. So I bought like the big one, but then I'm like, when I lose weight, I don't want to not be able to wear it. So I bought a smaller size too. That's
Hey,
a move. That's a move.
Hey.
That's called betting on yourself.
I'll tell
Go
you
Called betting on
ahead,
yourself.
bro.
I'll tell you this. I'm shifting it back to basketball.
Thank you.
I've been seeing this. Bam should sit. Bam should sit if he's not healthy. I just want to put a pin in that. I want to put a pin in that. So we love to criticize players who sit while they have injuries. With Bam's offense not being available as of late, if he sits for any stretch of time to get back in to like good shape, we gonna hear about him when he's not playing. I'm waiting on it. Well, it wouldn't have made a difference if he was here anyway. He don't score the ball. I can hear it already. I already know it. So to me, he's not sitting because he doesn't want to hear the BS. And y'all can't tell me Bam doesn't read Twitter. I've heard.
What would they say again? What would they say again if he was sitting?
It wouldn't have mattered if he's on the floor anyway. He don't score the ball.
Who is that?
Why does he sound like Charles Barkley?
I'm not saying that Shaq or
What?
Charles.
I mean, that sounds like Charles from the 90s.
I'm not. I mean, if I really wanted to be honest, half of he Twitter sounds like wah, 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 half the time to me.
I was like pre-Ozempic Charles Barkley. Anyway, quick shout out. I missed the super chat in the craziness that we were going through. That rank guy Yeezus for the super chat says watching my Pats play, but the Heat horrible. Bam, shake my head. Well, we're on that. Bam. In defense of Bam, Kyle, hurt or not hurt, I think he's been put in a situation where he's asked to do more on offense than he's frankly equipped to do. Now, he's paid like a guy who should do more on offense. And that's where when people say that, I'm like, I can't argue with that. His ideal role, as we all know, is a third option, blah, blah, blah. But you're right. Both of you are right. Defensively lately, Collie is injury. He's not moving as well. I to be honest with you, I feel like as the game progresses, his defense gets a little worse and worse. Probably the wear and tear of the game right now, because I don't think he's 100% healthy. I do think he's dinged up.
If it's a back thing, it's probably tightening up as the game goes along.
Of
So,
course,
and he's
especially
not
after
pushing
half. Because, like, you know, in the beginning,
Yeah.
you know, you're warming up, you're doing shoot
but
around,
then you
blah, blah, blah,
stop
and you
True,
start,
true.
right? So, like,
True,
you start
true.
off great, and he doesn't, you know, he doesn't sit for like 10 minutes. You know what I mean? But after half, you come out, and yeah, you're not the same.
And I think with the way that he plays, right? Like, he is a physical guy for the most part, especially defensively. And you do need, I'm sure some people aren't going to make the connection here, but back connect to hips. So him having to move and like rotate and like continue to switch position and play the sound defense that he plays, that's going to cause more pressure on the back for sure. Of course, I'm always kind of not a fan on the he gets paid as somebody who should do more on offense. When I see some bigs in this league who get paid what he about to get paid, and they don't do nothing he do on offense, all they do is play defense around the rim and play and drop. That's it. They don't,
talking about
they don't
Rudy
get
Gobert?
asked to switch.
You talking about Rudy?
Rudy, you can name Rudy. You can name a couple of bigs. There's a couple.
I thought you were talking about the foundation, the cornerstone that Memphis is going to build around after they trade Ja Morant.
The one who has Bam's Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, that guy, who still hasn't been to a finals. Anyway, between
Are we
him,
gonna get to Tyler at any point? Because I wanted to bring something else up before we got too far going about this game.
I was going to talk about Spo next, but yeah, we can go to Tyler.
Okay. Again, this isn't about like this. Is just an overall thing. We needed more from him tonight as well, shot making wise, because I don't think he scored in the second quarter, and then even in the second half, he didn't get going again until late.
Finally, didn't have 20. I feel like he's had 20
20
every game this season.
Right, he finished with like 19. Right,
Yeah.
he had like I think he had like 9 or 11 points in the fourth quarter. So it's just like, you know, especially in a situation where you don't have Norm and there isn't confusion about the touches or the looks or who should be getting dominant touches. I just think we need more from him. This isn't specific criticism. It's just, you know, another one of those things where you gotta, you know, read the room, brother. That's all.
I actually thought like he played really well in the first half, and I even tweeted like how impressed I was because he had a basket where he has Caruso on him. I think Jalen Williams comes to help on the drive, and he gets kind of like smushed between the guys, takes a contact, kind of slips between, rises up, and makes a tough shot. And I was like, man, like the body, like I want to give him credit, like the body control, the athleticism to take the hit, to have the balance to put up that shot. And I thought he looked really good on offense. Again, everything in the first half looked great. And then the second half, I guess one of his problems is he can't break down a defense. Like he can't, Thunder weren't rotating as much. When you don't force rotation like that, like you can't make plays for others and the ball can't find you, and nobody can really break down the defense like that. You know what I mean? So
But it's to your point, man. He was making super tough shots. And when you're not going, when you're getting outscored like that, when you see it tilting the other way, you got to press the issue a little more. And I just wish he would have did that, because it seemed like maybe the defense, maybe they switched up the approach after they got up big. But it seemed like in that fourth period, he was pressing the issue a little more. And I just like to see a little bit of that before the game get out of hand. That's all.
I feel the Thunder are really good at not letting, like the Thunder are a little scary because they're so long and they force so many turnovers that they kind of don't let you force the issue, right? Like I feel like they really put so much pressure on you that like I'm not going to get a good shot off in this situation, or I'm not going to be able to get to my spot, right? And I think they do a really good job of that. So it's like other teams, he loves that little slither into that little elbow jump shot, right? He loves to get into that floater area and do that. And I think when you're a really good defense like Oklahoma City, they shut the water off in the third quarter. I mean, they shut the water off. And they have the problem with a lot of guys on this team is they don't have any counters. They have their go-to moves and they have their little things that they like. And when they can't get to the thing that they like, it's hard. Now you're searching. Now you're like, I don't know what to do. And they don't have any plan B. They don't have any way that they can find the opening. And that's kind of their reality. And that's because they don't have enough talent.
Well, and
chat saying talent issue. It's literally they don't have enough talent. They don't have enough. Even a guy like Norm is not a playmaker. So I think we've seen when teams don't overhelp and when he's not winning drives, he doesn't look the same.
Well, and I think my thing with this is for a team that is not the most like talent plus, you would think they would play with more like ball movement. And to me, I think that's what also happens when they get down. Like when some teams make runs, instead of staying committed to the process of moving the ball, they start to play one-on-one. The process changes. And I'm like, no, we don't need to do that because you don't have the talent to do it. And this is not even like on a Tyler thing. But if you think about it, Tyler needs the ball in his hands to be effective. Can't really play without it. And some of that's going to cause you're going to need screens. You're going to need somebody to set something up. All of it sets up things into everybody trying to get a bucket one-on-one with a team that leads the league in defense and causing turnovers, which they did a lot tonight. And they hung their hat on their defense, and then they scored just one under what they score winning most of their games is at 124. I think they score 125 or average 125 in their wins. So to me, a team that does not have the talent one-on-one wise should have stayed moving the ball around. I feel like they got away from that, and that between that and not moving it crisply caused for them to kind of get themselves out of they shot themselves out of the game. And also they created more possessions for the Thunder to put points on the board, which you can't do with this team. They have multiple weapons that are just proficient. Let's put it that way. They're proficient at getting buckets or causing contact. So
I want to move quickly to Spo a little bit because today we're past the idea of like we're past the idea of like the moral victory or things like that. And I was actually like wondering at what point does like Spo have the annoying post-game comment? And he's like, we need to be physically tougher overall, not just physical toughness, but mental toughness and blah, blah. And I was like, it's so useless. It's like
cliche.
It's almost like insulting to our intelligence as a fan. You know what I mean? Like, we have eyes, bro. Like, we know that you guys aren't a very tough team, but that is the character of the guys that you have. I think Bam's a tough guy. Like, is Tyler a tough guy? No, but you guys love and defend Tyler all the time. Is Paul Larson's a tough guy? Is Wiggins a tough guy? Is Mitchell a tough guy? Kind of. Is Hawkins? Is Ware? No. Is Drew Smith? Is Jovic? No. It's like you play a 9-man rotation on the second night of a back-to-back, and you're asking for toughness. You know what I mean? Like, I've said this before. They have no direction organizationally. The coaching staff, the front office, the players, I don't know what the point of this season is. This season has, like, I appreciate everybody watching in chat because you all care about the game. We care about the games. We do the show, but I feel a lot of times like this season is a waste of time. It's a waste of my time. It's a waste of the audience's time. It's a waste of everybody's fucking time. What are they doing? I don't understand. What is the purpose of what they're doing? And there are rumors about John Morant and this and that. And I've said, yeah, it's really smart to buy low on a guy. But the problem is buying low on a guy and then paying him a lot of money is not like, it's not the market inefficiency that like good teams take advantage of, right? And that's their problem. I don't trust them to make the right decisions. I don't trust them to have directions. Their direction right now, and guys, please correct me if I'm wrong, is waiting for something to fall out of the sky.
Like meatballs. They're basically cloudy with a chance of meatballs, which is
Jimmy
fiction.
Butler size meatball.
That would be venison meatballs. Let's be correct.
I think my problem with them is
Or bear meatballs, maybe. I don't know. Grizzly,
Nothing-
anyway.
nothing
I'd
is
venison.
what it used to be, and for whatever reason, there's this idea that this magical free agent is going to fix everything. Where does this person exist? Where does the CBA and the apron that they're so badly trying to avoid being in allow them to sign a free agent that fixes all these problems? And that's, I know that that's a little bit outside of the thing, but they're kind of just like loose and free with it. And I don't understand what the plan is. I couldn't tell you what the plan is. There are some teams on here that people are like, oh, they're trash. Yeah, but that trash team has a plan. They don't plan to be trash forever. They have a plan. I don't know.
Kyle.
Plan
It's not about like a team like you look at the Kings and like, you're the Heat. You are a good organization. You have history. You have cachet. You are a franchise that has a culture. You live in a very desirable city with warm weather and no income tax. You have a nice arena. It's a beautiful place to live. It's fun. Like, you have everything going for you. You need a plan. You are not the Kings. You know what I mean? Like, even if the Kings had a plan, you have an advantage and you don't use any of it. You just sit around and be an eight. Like, I don't understand.
They're resting on
I
their
see what you
laurels.
did there. You pooped on the Kings while you got the beam lit in the background. I see what you did there. Sneaky G. I see it. I see it.
They stink. I don't know, man. I'm like, so Chat says it's all been downhill since Hangover Time got canned. Hangover Time didn't get canned. It stopped being made. It didn't get canned. I didn't cancel Hangover Time. Let's be clear. Be very clear right now. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, it's upsetting. And then like to see Spo just say like, I don't know. It's like insulting to our intelligence. It's like, brother, we all know, we all have the internet. We all know what's going on here. You know what I mean? Like, you're not tricking us. And you talking about this, you know what I mean? These cliches and everything. Kay, it's like, I don't know. Like, I feel like we deserve a little more respect. You don't believe that. And I saw the looks on the faces at the bench yesterday after the Pacer game. Those guys were not happy. They know that they're better than that. And I have to ask the question, are you? Are you? Are you? We got one straggler in chat. Bam is not a tough guy.
We've seen
like 15 minutes after the
we've seen this team not a lot, but we've seen this team overcome some things this year. We've seen them play better than they're playing in the last couple of games. That's not to say that they're any better than anybody's saying they are, play-in territory or what you're saying, the team bereft of talent, but they're not as bad as their last two games would have them to look either. And I think that's the thing. Now, here's what you have to ask yourself, G, Kyle, for this Miami Heat team that seems to be without a compass. Are you willing to build season over season and try to go get what you can get now and maybe add something in the offseason or next season? Because clearly you're not going to tear it all the way down. And from what it's looking like right now, you're not going to compete. So, I mean, to answer the question of what are you doing? Where are you going? Like, is it worth going to get another piece now? Or should you just ride it out? Or should you blow it out?
Another piece to do what?
I don't know. Should you
Like,
make a trade? I guess what I'm asking you guys is, should you actually look to make a trade?
to buy?
I don't know. I don't know, bro. Whatever
should.
that means. So you think should they be sellers? Should they be buyers? Like,
Okay,
what should they be?
I'm
doing?
hard lining on they should be selling.
They should
And
pick up
I've
the phone
maintained that.
and call Detroit and call a lot of these teams that are good and say, hey, man, would you like a 40% shooter that can get to the basket and that could be plug and play, starter off the bench, can score 25 a night in a pinch? Do you want that?
Because
Let's
you do
talk
that
Norman
with
Powell.
Wiggins, you do it with Wiggins, you do it with Powell, you do it with Tyler.
And you don't need to get a first-round pick for Wiggins. you lost. Nobody's going to give you a first round pick for a guy that's good every 6th night. Like, and by the way, like the market on Tyler, I see them like, talking about Tyler. They're so dumb that they'd give a first round pick to get rid of Tyler. I mean, what Trae Young just went for, the value for a small guard who doesn't defend is not very good right now. So if I'm the Heat, I pick up the phone and I start calling people and see what I get for Powell. And if you get a late first, some seconds, and a young guy, whatever, like you kick the can and you create a bidding war and you see what you can get. That's what a good team would do.
Or that's what a smart organization that I believe they are smart. They're just not using their brains. They're leaving their logic somewhere at home. Like, I don't know what it is.
I don't know what they're doing.
They're in La La Land. That's the problem. And the fact that you had to bring up the Kings in relationship, like, to me says a lot. Because if you have to say you guys aren't the Kings, that means they're starting to do some Kings-like stuff. Now I'm caveating that with, if they had a Halliburton or a Fox, they wouldn't have traded them. They're not that stupid. But where they are stupid is not selling when they should sell. Like, they wait till a guy is dying and their career is hanging on by a thread to trade them. Now you have to attach a
Or that they make a public mess.
No, just like sell early. Sell early. You got all these people who have been in basketball for longer than some of these people have been alive that are fans. Sell. Like, there's no reason that you give Wiggins an extension. He should be gone. You don't give Norm. I'm sorry. I love him. 30-something years old. He needs to be somewhere on a contender where he's trying to win a championship for some team that just needs scoring. You put him out there. And then Tyler needs to be gone. And this is not because of whatever agenda. I don't think he fits the system. He doesn't look like the player that the Heat say they like. He's not physical on defense unless he's calling it a foul. He's not always available, which is what they always talk about. He doesn't always have the most intelligent shot IQ. I get confidence, but some of the shots he takes are nonsense. And then honestly, I'm kind of at nobody for the most part there should be no untouchables. There's no Shea here. There's no LeBron or Luka. There's none of those people exist on this squad. So if there's this idea, we just have competitive grit and we'll just get it together. No. What's the Bugs Bunny meme? No. How about absolutely not? No. Move people off. Stop having sentimentality. Like, trade some guys and reset this thing a little bit. I'm not asking for a total rebuild because that means tearing the whole thing down. I've been saying this from last season. We just need a light renovation. Change the wallpaper, damn it. Change the light fixtures. change the light switch. Change it to a dimmer instead of a traditional one. Like, just switch some things up. Like, coaching staff need a change. I just think that there's too much of the same. And Frankie said it the other night. It's just, It just feels, You do the same thing over expecting different results. It's insanity. I just want them to not look insane.
It's a lot of water. How much you drinking today?
About a gallon.
That's hell yeah, brother. Hydrate, King.
Got to.
Hey man, drink your water. It's magic. It should change your life. The
Heat don't drink enough water.
They don't do enough of anything. I saw somebody in chat saying they don't rebuild, get over it. I mean, they do rebuild. I watched them win 15 games one year. Shut Dwayne. I don't know. I've watched them do that, and by the way, they had a plan. That was a plan. After Shaq left, they were bad. They cleared a bunch of cap space, and they're like, we're gonna go in this huge free agent class, and we're gonna try to get people. That was a rebuild. It was a different kind of rebuild. It wasn't the kind of rebuild that we see nowadays, but that was a rebuild. They had a plan. They stripped the team. They traded a bunch of guys. They didn't get a lot for them, but they were bad. They got Michael Beasley. Should have been Derrick Rose. Potato, whatever. And they had a plan if they were going to have
Westbrook, actually.
Or Kevin Love. Pat Riley always gets his man. They had a plan. You could say that they had a plan. They got lucky with the Butler thing. We all know that they got lucky. And again, some of it's luck and some of it's not luck. And I've said this before, like, It's not luck that Jimmy wanted to come here because they have like really like a world-class organization in a nice city and they have a lot of history and they were a desirable place to be for a competitor. That's not the accident, right? So that they got lucky that Philadelphia didn't want to pay him. That was luck. But some of it's they make their own luck and some of it's not. But I mean, I think it's pretty telling that we're doing this kind of show when they're playing the Thunder. And the Thunder, have kind of really done. And again, the Oklahoma City Thunder have to play a different game than the Heat and the Lakers because they live, there. That's not a desirable place to be. That's not a place where players want to go, right? They got lucky that they got a high character guy in SGA that doesn't seem like he wants to leave them for New York or LA or Miami or something like that. They're lucky that that's the kind of guy that he is, right? That he's not constantly threatening to leave when the teams was bad. And listen, there's still time for that to happen, but at the end of the day, they already got what they wanted, right? Like that small market team got what they wanted. Like it is what it is. But there's multiple ways to build a team. The Thunder did it the way that they had to, given where they are. And Miami doesn't have to like tank for 3 years. But I think what we're all just saying is, hey, man, have a direction, pick a direction, make a couple moves to get you to where you need to be. You can have a holding pattern. Just get some stuff, acquire things so that when you are ready to be good, you have the ammunition to make a trade. That's all I'm saying. I think that's all we're saying.
Just be smart about it, right? Like there's enough intelligence in that front office for there to be a layered plan that says, you know what? We're not going to be good this year. Let's give it 2 years where we really just shape this team with and it doesn't even need to be fully the direction of how the league is going, but you have guys who defend. You have guys who have good wingspans, who can shoot the ball, who can play switch, that you don't need to hide somebody's defensive deficiencies, and you're able to play the kind of game that really does win games overall. Like overall, that's athleticism, talent, size. That's what the league is pointing towards, and good shooting. Those things are how you get wins, and being able to just really play good defense. That's what the Thunder have off the bench. The guys can shoot the ball. The guys can rebound the ball, and they can defend their asses off. And they do it. Yeah, they're physical. They get away with some stuff, but they play defense. I mean, they added Caruso and won a championship immediately. It didn't take a year. Immediately. Like, just small incremental moves. And I think that's my thing, G, and I think that's why most of us are frustrated. They want to swing the bat at a home run. How about you take the single, the double, or the triple? Like, get on base at least. They don't do that. They're not trying to like make an incremental like shift, like change direction. It has to be everything all at once, and that's how they miss out on so many guys. And I've always been the believer that in order to get assets or add an asset or add a player that is an asset, you have to have some. So a small move where a guy needs to rebuild himself or kind of shift and show that he's a winning player, you get him, and no, you don't give him an extension where it's like expensive and it ties up your cap, but you say, hey, look, you see he came here, he's averaging 20 and 12, assists, he's averaging 5 boards. Like, okay, you know he's not going to be here long term. You trade him. That's the high. You trade him, and you get a guy like that fits more of what you want. But they don't do small stuff like that. They want to hit home runs. And I'm like, man, you're striking out. No, we shouldn't be looking at Giannis. No, Giannis wants to stay in Milwaukee. He damn near wanted to go to Greece. Like, stop trying for home runs. Just get on base. Take a bunt.
Okay, do you have anything before I move on to one last thing on the game?
Nah, brother. I mean, you can go ahead, man. Ain't nothing to say on that. Ain't nothing else to say. He said it all. Y'all said it all. I guess they got to pick a direction.
I want to bring it back to the game with a little levity. What the fuck was this? What the fuck happened here? Bam Adebayo goes to get a block. They
That's a
call a
foul,
foul in the first quarter. I just don't see where Bam touches him. I just need someone to explain to me what happened here. I don't know where the contact is. I don't see contact. I don't understand why the official gave a foul to the Thunder. Kyle, do you see? Is there anything? They said leg contact.
Leg
leg-
contact?
Do you see leg?
Listen to me. Listen to me. I'll tell you what. This is our first game
I don't
against the
see
Thunder.
anything.
This is the first game against the Thunder all year, right? The Heat at least, but I have watched them play other teams. Clearly Bam is a Jedi. He's a Jedi.
Chad said this hits worse than the second tower. Oh my god.
Whoa. I'm gonna course correct.
Not even the first terrorism joke made this episode.
Crazy.
And by the
Okay.
way, mine was the second funniest.
OKC, you're disrespectful. Okay, OKC
Where are
does
you
get
going with
a
this?
whistle
Oh, you're talking about the game. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
that champions do get calls. Like, and granted, that's been talked about, right? Like, the game shouldn't be called where you have some guys called one way and it's called a different way. The Thunder in general, not just Shea, not just J-Dub, the entire Thunder team does, and the way that they complain about getting called for a foul is egregious. When you see with what they get, play the clip again. This is what they get called foul for. Like, it's unbelievable. Where is the contact? Even when you look at it this way, where's the leg contact? Is Bam a Sith? What was he, Darth Vader? Like, what? Where's the foul? And they were on this all night. The Heat were out free throwed by 13. So
Darth Vader's kind of like the GOAT Jedi. I don't think he's not the GOAT of anything.
I'm
Well,
convinced that, like,
I guess he's not the GOAT Jedi because he famously lost, which is why he's Darth Vader. So
we got a totally different discussion.
I'm so
about
sorry.
that.
Continue,
I'm
Kay.
not going on that tangent with you.
Continue.
But like, I'm convinced that sometimes the refs want to stick to their guns because they don't want to be proven wrong. Because there's no way you can go to the monitor. Like, first of all, how do you blow the whistle there? But then there's no way you can go to the monitor, look at it again a third time, and then come back and say that there's contact there. Like, I don't understand that one. And what that doesn't do is that doesn't, help any of the rumors that, OKC has a flagrant whistle.
and it's a lot of the league saying it, which is a problem. It's one of two teams. Okay, all right. Some teams are complaining they play them enough times, whatever. It's several teams on both the East and West that don't understand the calls when they play the Thunder. Because the Thunder hand check, by the way, as somebody who loves defense, they hand check. But if you do it on the other end, you're gonna get called for it. Or if you blow your breath in the direction of Shea, he's gonna go flying.
Well, I take it back to this point. Do you guys remember with Lou Dort? He got hit with the offensive foul for using the arm to push off early on. I think it was against Pell.
Do you have that clip? G? Do you have the clip of him stiff arming Pella?
I don't.
Well, he actually went to the refs, and you saw him kind of chopping it up with the refs about that situation. And later on in the game, Jaime got called with that same call on the drive for using the arm to guard off against Lou Dort. I mean, it's just little stuff like that, man, that really make you think. It's like, come on, bro. Let's be for real. But I mean, like I said, when you combine it with what we seen, the phantom foul call where I guess Bam must have been musty or something. I don't know. Must have hit him in the face with the armpit juice. I don't know, man. I don't know what he saw. I'm not sure how that was a foul. And sometimes you just got to follow through with it. He's like, the refs got to the table. They all look at each other and was like, you know what? Fuck it.
I don't like the Oklahoma City Thunder. I don't like how they play basketball. I agree with everything said. I think they are an affront to the beautiful game, is all I'll say. Yeah. So Jess says that was sweat contact. It was musty.
Exactly. Bam forgot to put on deodorant, and the rest was like, you know what? We're gonna give him a break to go get himself together.
I think we're in for a rough week coming up. They play the Suns, the Celtics, and the Thunder again. I don't even know. I said they'll somehow go 500 in this stretch. It'll be a journey to see how they get there, or they lose all the games. I don't know. I'm hoping for the tankathon. Praying to God.
G, they are one or two games out of the lottery. I'm gonna leave it at that. Again,
Frozen envelope.
I'm just
here.
saying.
Frozen
I'm
envelope.
not a tank person. I'm just saying, if there's a season to lose some games, they're right outside the lottery.
They're right there, and I want that guy, the 6'8" young man.
Hold on, let me tell you what Spo is preaching and what Pat Riley is gonna tell him tomorrow. You guys are just 5 games out of second place. Just 5. Just
Are
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See that? 3 rings, 5 games out of second place. Yeah, they are. You got the Knicks at 25 and 14, 3.5 games behind first, and then you got the Miami Heat officially at 20 and 19,
embarrassing.
8.5 games behind Detroit. So, yeah,
embarrassing.
Two. Look, man, two games off from being a lottery, 5 games off from being second place in the East. This is the NBA.
Agathon says we're 15th right now.
But is it embarrassing if you want a lottery pick?
I don't. I want one. I'd like one of those 6'8" young men.
I'm brother.
Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Pause.